Greetings, Commanders! Welcome to Kerrash Landing. I've missed this, haven't you missed it? Joining me tonight we have the one, the only, the infamous Commander Psykokow.
Good evening!
And in this corner we have Commander Shorty.
Good day!
Yes, unless you've all been living under a rock, you probably know by now that, yes, I went to GamesCom. Oh my gee, that was epic. It was totally unexpected. I literally didn't know anything about it until about 2 or 3 weeks before, and then suddenly I get this email in my inbox saying, "We really like what you did at E3, do you want to come and help again?" To which, after the 3 milliseconds it took me to comprehend a response, I of course said yes. Which was absolutely amazing.
Wow, Jow.
I know.
You remembered how to spell yes, that's good.
yes. It was, no, it was amazing.
Hi, Tall Mark. Sorry.
Tall, greetings, all the commanders out there. Yes,
yeah.
it was.
They just mentioned my name. Locutus, yeah. At Wolf359.
You know what's significant about that? I mean, you say you're a Trekkie fan. You should know this, Shorty.
Yeah, I know Locutus.
Yeah. And you know...
Right, don't diss me.
Right,
don't diss me.
Just checking.
Don't give me attitude, man.
Give me evos. Yeah, it was an amazing time out there. I wish I could have got more folks to come. You know, it was great. And Reinhardt, he was a fantastic guy. He's deserved his ambassador wings. I think he worked his backside off, as did all the Frontier guys. Actually, they really do pull out all the stops for us. It's kind of. I wish more people could see the effort they go to behind the scenes, because I went there last week to the office, and you know they. Reinhardt, we got feedback. Who's listening to me? It's probably you listening to me. Listening to you.
Oh, sorry.
To me. To you. To me.
No. It's just me messing about and pressing the wrong
wrong
button.
Oh, you pressed the button. Oh, I'm just eating a burger. I don't care.
Burgers wouldn't do that.
Just can't get
Yeah, just blame it on the burger.
Wolfsteinhammer. Yes, I am a tattooed hussy. Yes, as you can see there. Yes. Which is Did you see that in the newsletter?
Hey everybody, you flinched like a little girl when you slapped the tattoo that you just had.
I really wasn't expecting them to put that in the newsletter. We were having a laugh. We were all. It was the last day there, and I showed Reinhardt the tattoo, and he's like, "Oh, I have to have a picture of this," you know. So it was, yeah, I didn't expect it to make it in the newsletter, but brilliant, great fun.
It just shows how little news they have.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean. That was the thing. I mean, everyone's expecting to see like Beta 2 and all that stuff. The truth of it is, you know, until they get closer to the date of Beta 2, they haven't really decided themselves what is going to be the next best thing to go in there. It's all being built in parallel. Can you imagine 100 people are all building the game at the same time, and you know, they're not all going to be able to get every feature they're working on done for a specific deadline. So, you know, say whenever Beta 2 is going to be launched, I'm not putting any rumours up at all. Whenever Beta 2 does launch, they're basically going to spend, you know, some time beforehand consolidating all of the features that are as close to as being complete, and then putting them all together into that final package. So, you know, until they get close to that date, they're not really going to decide what is going to be all of the features going in, for example. Although there were some nice things in the newsletter. Have you seen it this time?
You're talking about a burger.
Sounds like a great burger. I've not looked at it in detail yet. I was going to have a look at that with yourself.
Well, there was a great little piece in there about some of the new, what do they call them, like outposts, which was really good. It was something they kind of hinted at way back when, that all the station types would be there'd be a vast array of different station types this time around. It wouldn't just be, you know, fixed, the Orbis type and the Coriolis type and all that sort of thing. There were going to be many different types. And I'm echoing. Who pressed the button? Is that you, Cow?
It's, you know, it's a new. I've got a wonderful new rig.
With so many buttons you have to press.
Do not press the button.
I'm not. I mean, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with the damn thing. Why on earth? I don't know why it's feeding back that way, but I think it's probably something to do with all this stupid buttons that I keep pushing. So I shall stop pushing buttons apart from this one.
No. I like that button. It's epic. Oh dear, dear, dear.
Oh, we can actually talk about the game. We're just going to.
Well, yeah, we're just having fun. We're just having fun. So yeah, I was saying. So in the new newsletter, they've got the outposts in there, which is really cool. They're like tiny, tiny little spaceports with only about a handful of pads, like 3 or 4 pads. They're exposed. They're not like in an internal docking bay or anything like that. Nice little kind of like that gas station on that lonely road out in the middle of Route 66 sort of thing. A nice kind of feel to them. So that's cool to see that they've got that variation in there. And we all knew that these variations were going to be coming, but it's nice to know that it's there and it's getting closer to being done. That's a nice touch they've got there. Greetings! So in the chat there, greetings, Aiden Abacus. That is Ambassador Abacus. He is epic.
I am not worthy.
Oh, I'm getting told off by Dobbo now for pushing buttons.
You can push the echo button all you like, because that is cool.
Yeah, I'm going to get him now. Dobbo, this is the voice of the Almighty. I can push the buttons if I want.
Oh, I love it.
That will show him.
Yes, Abacus there, he's our German ambassador. He was a fantastic help, a great friend when I was out there. So yeah, I want to get you on the stream at some point, sir. I will get you on the next one. Maybe we'll try and sort out some times that are good for you. You can tell us all about your side of things as well.
Jeez, your Christmas card list must be getting massive.
Huge, yes, huge. Yeah, it was a great time. I mean, we really did. We were working 12, 14-hour days to get it. Get the game out there and in the public, in the press.
Hey, did you bring me back a present?
Did I bring you back a present? I've got some goodies that I brought back with me. I'm hoping to give some away. I'm trying to find. I've got some more key rings and things. I should give those away. I should probably give a shout out actually to the Mad Cats guys, who were so generous. They were next door to us. They gave me a set of these fantastic headphones, which I must say that I was not expecting. Yeah, they were awesome guys actually. They gave us the little space on the side of their booth so that we can set up next to them, and they were great fun. They were a great laugh, and in between the interviews they were popping in and trying the game out. Everyone wanted to see it, and it's like, oh man, this is so cool on the Rift, and they were all trying it out. It was great to just see people kind of coming in and trying it. But yeah, also the press interviews. I was not expecting that. I mean, literally 5 minutes before we were due to go live, some guy plugged in a fridge nearby and it shorted out all of the power to everywhere, which is like, no! And I was smacking him. I just got set up, was just running, and David Braben comes in and he wants the demo to see how it's going. And I start talking through the demo, and the next thing I know, the whole power goes out. I'm sat there, hands on joystick, thinking, oh, what do I do? And I just kind of like, well,
smile and wave.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I can keep going through the flow if you like. So I literally just sat there and just kind of imagined the entire demo going through my head, and just kind of kept going, which is insane. And then we got the power back on, and someone came in and got set up, and it was just surreal. I mean, it's one thing playing the game and having a good chat with everyone, but then when you've got a camera behind you and a guy with a microphone and David talking away, and it's just like, I was really bricking it for the first 5 minutes. I was absolutely just quivering in my shoes there. I was so intense.
So yeah, something we'd noticed was how some of the questions that were put to you, well, certainly to David as well, were extremely probing to try and get a kind of idea if there's any rivalry and difficulties in the community, but he answered them so well.
Yeah, David is a perfect gentleman. He is fantastic to be around. You can see he's just an inspiration. He's just so passionate about the game. He's just such a gentleman. There's no better way of doing it. I mean, I was literally, locked in a small room with him for practically 4 days, demoing the game over and over, and he told me so many things that I'm really struggling to remember that I shouldn't say this, but I can say this, which is, it's just pulling my brain apart at the moment.
Stop it.
I know, it's like, don't tell me these things. So, yes. But, yeah, I know. But, I mean, if I can say anything, I can say that if there's anything that anyone's concerned about for this game, because they haven't seen it yet, or they don't know whether it's going to happen, trust me, it's been thought of. It either exists, or it's got a plan. So, don't worry about it. Everything is
Space donkeys!
Well, we've got the paint jobs.
Awesome if you could jettison a donkey out of a missile silo.
Well, eventually we'll probably have line animals, so
Shoot my ass up.
No comment.
Oh dear.
Hi.
Greetings, Simmer. Nice to see you there again. No, you didn't miss the stream the last couple of weeks. I was off at GamesCom.
Space toilets.
Space toilets. Do you know that?
Yes, we have managed to out a Star Citizen fan. Yeah, you can take your space toilet, and you know what you can do with it? You can flush it. I think that's about it. Although it would be a good mini game, that wouldn't it? Trying to be a passenger in a ship as it's in combat, and you're trying to aim into the toilet and
too much zero G.
That's so wrong, but brilliant.
Hey, we don't have gravity on our ship, so it's going to be really interesting.
Ew!
They come with a nice waterproof jacket.
Oh, yeah. It's the toilet is in the shower for a good reason. Oh, nasty. What's that?
Thanks, Neil. You were just saying that that how epic I am and that I should be in the charts.
Oh yes. Was he talking about the video for Fantasticon?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
I love that. I'm so gutted that I missed Fantasticon, but I explained to Dan, what was going on. I had something to do for Frontier, and he was like, "Say no more. Nope, you have to go do it." And I was like, I felt really bad. I know.
David Braben, Dan, David Braben.
Yeah.
Why did the parents make you choose?
Wolf Sternhammer says, "What joystick were you using for the show?"
Oh, we were using exclusively X52 Pros actually. Again,
Abacus just answered it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. It was like I said, it was cool because the Mad Cats guys just gave us everything we needed. Mad Cats actually bought Psytech a while back, so it is actually the same company now, and they literally provided us a loaner for a spare machine and everything. So yeah, good on them. They were really great hosts.
Big brother.
What do you want?
It's my birthday soon.
It's your birthday soon. You want beta access, do you? Okay. I will see how things are going. I tell you what.
Let the public vote.
Should
my brother give me beta access for my birthday? Come on, public, please.
Well, there's one question.
Vote yes.
It might sound inappropriate, but do you have a hot ass?
I don't think as a brother I can't answer that question. That's just wrong.
Because if you're going to get beta access, you're going to need the likes of an X52.
I've got 4 yeses. Absolutely. Come on, guys. Everyone, vote yes. Vote yes. Woohoo!
That's quite unusual. All these people saying yes have the same name.
Yes. It's like
Commander Shorty.
Yeah, it's just all the same people.
Sure.
Well, dear. See, they all want you to have beta access.
Yeah.
We will sort you out beta access in time for your birthday.
Yay! Thanks, everyone.
It all goes towards the game. I tell you what, if everyone donates £1 now, I'll buy you it before the show's finished.
Someone said
Says, Gil doesn't want you to go on. Right on.
You should definitely get her alpha access.
Yeah. Cool. I'll get you. I'll have to see if I can source you a joystick. don't have another one.
Oh, and a joystick. Oh, cool.
We're trying to get you a joystick. We'll get you on then. We'll get you joined up. Actually, whilst we're talking about that, I suppose I should at least attempt to get into. I've been playing in my private group, but let's get into the open play. See if we can bump into a couple of players whilst we're waiting for that.
Yeah, I think you need to go to Freeport and sort some of these people out.
Yes, I've been hearing the things like say I go away for 2 weeks and it just descends into anarchy. I mean, come on.
I should have streamed for you whilst you were gone.
Well, I did actually.
I don't know what I would say. I'd probably just talk about Minecraft. That's
well,
just me.
We can stream Minecraft. We can do Minecraft one night. That's fine. But no, I used the new feature in Twitch actually. If you guys have seen it, it's really, really good. You can do the hosting functionality, so you can redirect your traffic to other people, which is great. So I redirected the traffic whilst I was away to some of the other streamers out there. But unfortunately, I just did not have enough bandwidth to even tweet you guys. I just desperately wanted to tweet out stuff. It's like I get there on the first day, and I said to David, it's like, I haven't told anyone. It was like, oh no, fine, go tweet. And I was like, what, really? I can? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. And it was like, try and connect to the Wi-Fi, and it was like, it was awful. It was worse than dial-up. I just couldn't even tell anyone. It's like, I'm in GamesCom.
But dial-up.
How was it in comparison to the likes of E3, where you do have a huge sort of normal expected English language? How did you find being there, where you'd probably find it being quite a European mix?
Do you know what? I mean, I was a bit embarrassed about it because I felt guilty that I'm just terrible at languages. I've tried to learn languages in the past and I'm just no good at it. But actually, everyone out there spoke fantastic English anyway, so it really wasn't an issue. And I was just too embarrassed. Like I said, I had 2 or 3 weeks notice to get prepared, and I tried to learn a few phrases, and I learned a few things like that. When I got out there, I just kind of just gummed up. I was like, I'm just too embarrassed to try and say anything like this because I'm going to mess it up. But fortunately,
it's one thing.
Was English.
It's one thing learning the phrases. I learned that when I was working in Paris I think we were over there for a couple of weeks, and you get all these wonderful phrases in your head, and you go over there, and then you're in a shop, and you put all the stuff up in the checkout, and they go something, 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 and you go, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what, and then you start thinking, right, what can I say? What can I say? The cat sat on the table. Nope, that's not gonna work. The monkey swang from a branch. No, damn it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. I was a bit out of my depth, but like I said, everyone's fantastic, and Abacus Reinhardt, I should say, he was fantastic as well. He's a great help.
Crash, I'm the same way, but I can pick up a new program language with ease.
I'm the same. I'm the same. Give me C#, F#, D. It doesn't matter. COBOL even. I can just look at these things and go, oh yeah, I can see the logical structure.
What about C++?
Stay C++. Yes, even that, yeah.
I invented that.
So what did I just buy actually? Mineral extractors. Right. I should probably go over something in the game actually, because I know a couple of people have been having a difficulty trying to understand how the stock market system works on there, and I found a really simple way of doing it. You basically come onto the stock market screen, and as I've got it here, you try and find something which is in high supply or medium supply. Unfortunately, I happen to be in a station where there is nothing
but does
in
it
high
say,
supply.
Sorry, just can you clarify?
To interject.
Do you mean high supply in what planet, what location?
So whatever state, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Wherever you are is probably the best place to do it.
Yeah, because I was chatting to Eddie Simons. Said his name correctly. There you go. He's one of the producers on Elite actually, and I was chatting to him when he was out there about some of these things. And there's things which just don't come across in the current game, but they will all be written up into a nice big manual. So don't worry. They will be explained. But here, for example, and actually, I think so. I think that's the plan. Maybe atoms and everything.
Sorry.
So yeah, so I've come in here. I've picked mineral extractors. There's only low supply, but I've picked something which is in more of a supply than it is in a demand, and then I just go and find a location on the galaxy map which is going to be importing them. It really is that simple. That all the rest of the complexity you can kind of ignore. You just take whatever's in high supply where you are, and take it to somewhere where there's it's
I'm
being
sure
imported.
there's ample amounts of depth to it if you really want to get into it. You can
Oh Lord,
Well,
yeah, there's so many things.
but you can do it from a base.
The galaxy map side of things is the part that I've not seen when you use the trade routes to find out where that
it's
particular
amazing.
item is heading to.
Okay, so first tip, which Eddie told me this actually, if you click and drag over these boxes, you can turn all of them on and off. Which is nice. So you don't have to go in and individually click off each one of the radio buttons, you just click and drag around them. So that's a handy little thing you can do there. So like I said, you go into the commodity market, you just buy something which is in high supply wherever you are, doesn't matter where it is. You go into this and then you try and find somewhere where they're importing it. So I can go, say, to Tillian. Nope, Tillian is exporting it, hang on.
I think Weird was that where you are? No, Weird seemed to be taking in a lot of that.
Morgor is importing.
Oh.
So
Mordor. Did you say
Morgor.
Mordor?
Yes, one cannot simply hyperspace into Morgor. So, so I'm gonna go here. So this location, Morgor, it is importing mineral extractors. I've drilled that down, so I can just collapse all those menus back in now. So regardless of where I get them from, I'm going to make a profit selling them there. It really is that simple. Sometimes you have to make more than one hop to get that thing you've got in your cargo hold to somewhere where it's going to be in demand. But that's even better. If you can get to a location where something is in high supply, you're going to make the most profit from that item. That's as simple as it is. The rest of it's kind of...
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
What happens if you run out of fuel?
At the moment, there's actually two options you have available to you. You can send it. That is one of them.
Three
options. That is one. You can send it the distress beacon, which at the moment. Oops, I probably shouldn't say that. Currently, the distress beacon will literally just pop up a little menu saying, "Hey, a passing ship offers to sell you fuel for 10 times the going price," but you're screwed. So what can you do? You've got to buy the fuel. The other option is you can go into self-destruct and take the insurance hit. So those are available to you at the moment. Obviously, eventually we'll have fuel scoops and
things like that. It's just lush.
I love all the little things in the menus. It's absolutely brilliant. Commander, hello there. Kerrash, I love you. I love you too.
Oh, your elite friend. Your elite friend.
Kana, sorry I missed your question, but the other people on the live stream, we've got Commander Psykokow and Commander Shorty on the stream here with us.
Am I supposed to be reading? I'm telling you.
Yeah. If you see a question, if I miss a question, because I'm waffling away about things. So yeah, so you can...
I was pushing buttons.
Cows forever pushing buttons. So yeah, so you've got the option to put out the distress beacon and all that. Eventually you'll have the fuel scoop, so you'll be able to go down to the gas giants and the cold stars, the cooler stars, I should say.
In terms of enemies, is there any indication of which systems are more prominent?
Yeah, different systems on the galaxy map. You can see what the kind of alliance they have, whether they're empire or federation. You can also see what kind of like government they are. So whether it's a democracy or independent or anarchy or things like that. So obviously anarchy systems, you don't want to be going there for picnic. Like Freeport, we should head to Freeport in a bit. But I'm in a Type 6, so not exactly a combat leaning ship.
Maybe not a good idea. Yeah.
I'll be target practice with this thing. Oh, Wolf, you got a hat problem on your joystick. That is a pain in the bum. I haven't heard about that. Loads of beta users in there. Everyone's a beta user except for Shorty. Sorry, Shorty.
That could change by the end of the stream.
Yeah.
The end of the stream.
Yeah.
Yes. We will get. Oh, we've got another player in open play now, so let's turn around. I'll give you a shout out on there. One of the cool things, actually, I should say, at GamesCom, and it was fantastic to see Frontier do this. We were actually playing live online at the trade show with that god awful internet connection, and it was working fine. We were seeing each other going around in there. Commander Backer, 45361. So yes, we were playing live at the game show, which was really cool, and I kind of felt bad for let's say some other space game which was trying to do a demo and it just crashed repeatedly, which
That's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah, we won't go there. We won't go there. So I'm trying to think of some of the nice things I can say, which David actually told the press. I know the.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything.
Just don't say anything. Double, you bet my funds have doubled since. I tell you, my followers have smashed through 700 since GamesCom. So thank you to all the new followers out there. It's great to have your voice. Funds.
You have funds?
Funds, yes, I've got a big donate button at the bottom there that I can buy crazy things when people suggest
I'm
them.
not giving you Jack.
I think he might be referring to your in-game funds, because I think you had 5 million.
Funds, yes. No, I've
Before you give away the fact that you have now bought an island with your donated funds.
This green screen is just just between the two palm trees behind me here, so you know. Yeah, I'm
opening Kerrash Land next
Kerrash,
fall.
Woo! Can play nothing but machines to play Elite Dangerous on. It's awesome. It's awesome. Love it. But no, at Gamescom we had a build specifically there with 50 million credits to play with, so we could literally, you know, explode as many times as we want, and it didn't matter. We could just restart right back where we started again, which was great. It was good to know we had that backup. Fortunately, I never crash landed once, so I was a little bit nervous, but I did it.
I was actually watching you cargo scooping and thinking, oh my god, how on earth do you do that so fast?
I was rushing a little bit. No, I was just playing way too much. But I think the thing was, is after I'd been there for like 3 days playing Elite for like 12 hours a day, it was just like
the hardship.
I was.
Oh dear.
It was like muscle memory. I was like click through the menus, like that, and I was just zipping through. And they had to keep telling me to like slow down to show some of the menus off a bit because I was going too fast. And I was like, oh yeah, sorry. I was like, just did it too many times. I think
you must have pinky fingers like forearms,
just like Popeye. Oh, Reinhardt, no, you don't have to give me gold, Commander. That's quite all right. I will be fine. Yeah, I've got this back on my normal account now. I've managed to get some of my money back up because for the live demo on IGN, literally, like half hour before that was happening, they just said, "Hey, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it on your own account?" I was like, "Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll go do that." So yeah, that's why we logged in with my own account. I was playing live. Right there, you know, just to the side of David, and he was on the stage there, and it was just madness.
Actually touch him.
I was
just there.
Just right there.
Nobody needs to give you gold. You can just, go and phone David. David, I'm running a little bit low on money. Please, can you buy me a Lycon?
Do you know, I did actually see when they were prepping up and everything. They showed me the admin interface, and they could literally go in and change anything at a second's notice. It's so cool. You know, it's like, you want 50 million credit? Yeah, click, boom. Yeah, save, done. There you go. Next time you dock at the port, you're like, oh crap. It really is. They've got access to do anything they want, so it's awesome. I would. I might pull some strings. I'd like to show an anaconda off there. Eddie, if you're listening, just enough for the one anaconda. That'd be great. Bah humbug! Yes, I have Commander Psykokow and Commander Shorty on the stream with me tonight, chatting away, grilling me about Gamescom. Which I'm desperately trying to remember the things I can and can't say.
Hello, humbug.
I love that button. I love the echo.
It's never going to get old.
I like it.
So have you got like a new sound desk? Is it like all the?
Yeah, well, because I went down and obviously I was helping out Dan and taking down all that equipment for Fantasticon, which was apparently fantastic. Who'd have thunk? It left me kind of stuck for kit, and I had a couple of projects. Obviously, I've got episode 4 of Dockers to get finished. And I had no way of getting a good quality recording, so I went out and it was a wee Wharfdale Pro, and it's got a USB plug-in, and the reason why you can get feedback is apparently I can loop the USB feed back through the desk so that I can record a full mix, which unfortunately means that every time you speak it would come back through the desk and then back out to you and then back into the desk, which is confusing. I say I'm still learning it. Still learning. But yes, there's tons of ridiculous features like this bizarre reverb, which is even deeper now.
Even more epic.
And then of course you've got the bass control, so I can sound like a man. Or just go back to my normal voice, you know. So anyway, wait a minute, I'll just fix this back because I don't like saying this. That's better.
No.
Chrono Split.
No, it's not what you think. I know you were just about to say it's not Dungeon Keeper 2. No, it's the it's the Oculus DK2. We had a couple.
I'm the only one who has no life.
Yeah, no. Mug. Dobbo said mug. Yeah, the DK2. Of course,
well, I'm a mug.
You've got one, haven't you, Kat? Or is Dan the publisher man? Has he still got your DK2?
Mug. Yes, he has still got both of my DK2s.
Oh dear. So have you not?
They're on the way back up to me soon.
Oh, okay.
So
you will get.
They are awesome.
Have you had a chance to? Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, when they arrived on the Friday and I was driving down to Dan's on the Saturday, so literally they made it at last minute. And Friday night it took me a good sort of 3 hours to get them set up. And once I got them actually functioning in Elite, recognising them and then doing the head tracking and everything, which was great, I just found that the picture was like a broken LCD screen and the black was leaking in, and it was just really kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
And then I found that what I had to do was go into the video card settings and just put everything on high, and then it was stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning.
So there are some known issues with the DK2 at the moment. And we actually had some of the Oculus guys come in, which was cool, and they were chatting to us.
Really?
Yeah.
You never told me that.
I can't tell you anything more than that, but but no, they were great. I mean, I think they shipped out an SDK literally the Monday morning, I think it was, when we were out there. So we, obviously there was nothing we could do with it at that point. But there are some known things with the SDK. I think you have to disable 2 services to get it to. Run. You just go like kill 2 processes to get it to launch.
Yes,
which is a bit of a pain. But once you've got it running in Elite, it is absolutely stunning. I was playing around with it. I was just fascinated because I could get out and walk around the chair, which was just really surreal. You could kind of get out and look around. And I noticed
shred in the wall.
it was weird. I noticed the commander model sat in the seat actually has the Elite emblem on the shoulder.
Yeah, and he breathes.
Yeah, and I got out and looked around, and I don't think David didn't even know himself actually. So I passed it over to him. He was like, "Oh yeah, that's really cool. It's got the little silver eagle logo on there," which was really, really awesome. I love that. And it was really surreal because obviously with the DK2 you've got the full side to side, forward, back, head tracking motion, and it's another level again. And there was people coming in and saying, "Oh, I'm not sure. I've had motion sickness before," and they come away from it and they go, "I didn't feel anything bad about that. That felt perfect." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, this is."
I felt very when I've done it.
But this is the thing we've been trying to say is like that extra little bit of motion tracking really helps. If you're sat perfectly still in your seat in real life and you just rotate your head with the DK1. You feel quite alright. As soon as you start kind of leaning, which you kind of naturally start doing after a while, you can't help yourself. But once you get away from that and you don't have to worry about that anymore, the DK2 kind of takes the leaning into account and all. It just feels right. It just works. It really does work.
Well, I think Dan and I played on Elite Dangerous on the Saturday night for the best part of an hour and a half to an hour and 3/4 using DK2s, and the only issue I think we had was Dan came into a port and he was assigned a port right beneath the slot, and as he tilted the ship nose down, he had this overwhelming feeling of crikey now I've gotten the blooming word, vertigo.
Really?
So he instantly just went whoa, and that was the only thing. After I took them off, there was no eye fatigue, there was no nausea at all. I was super happy with it.
Yeah, that's
fatigue. I'm just gonna get a drink.
Okay.
You
Yeah, no
guys,
worries.
sorry.
I think that's the thing. It's when you get those natural side effects that you get in real life for doing something like that, you know that it's kind of realistic enough that it's, you know, it's so strange. I've sat there and played some some skydiving demos in the Rift, and it really does make you feel like it's like, oh god, when you look over the edge of the cliff and all, it just kind of puts that fear in you straight away. It's really surreal.
It's going to take a wee while for there to be quite a nice lot of demos and stuff out for the DK2 to really kind of test its features. But I was super impressed. I think, who was it said there? The O'Connor was saying that the resolution is abysmal. I don't know. I don't know that it's abysmal. I mean, after fiddling with my settings, I actually got a picture that was actually okay. It wasn't high definition. I think what you tend to get is that liquidy effect, don't you, when the world is created around you. It kind of just gets that little bit of a, I don't know, would it be some kind of filter?
Yeah, the thing is with the DK2 is obviously they've switched to the pentile pixel display, which means all of the sample points of all the colours are in kind of this, almost like the 5-side on a die. You know what I mean? It's in kind of like strange layout. The problem with that is all games have been designed for the last few years to have pixels in a certain shape and a certain geometry, and now suddenly we've got this completely different geometry which nothing is designed to deal with. So I mean, guys at Frontier are aware of that. The guys at Oculus know that people have to redo that, and it's mainly just a case of changing your sampling algorithm. So where you have like anti-aliasing picks a couple of points in certain locations, with that you're kind of having to pick that point and use that as green, use that as red, and so you have to mess around with your rendering engine to get it to work correctly. But once people get into the habit of making it work with DK2, things will start to look a lot better with it. It literally is just because it's brand new. It's like nobody knows how to deal with it yet. But the guys at Oculus are fantastic. They work behind the scenes with developers, and they kind of help out and give a lot of advice and guidance on things like that. And they take a lot of feedback back as well. Actually, they were really great, kind of listening to us coming back and everything.
That's fantastic. There was one thing I did find a bit strange with it on, and I've not obviously not had a chance to go back in and see if it's a setting in the graphics, but when you look around the night sky, I sort of found that there was joins that you could see.
Oh, really?
Which, of course, yeah, that shouldn't be the case, because obviously now we're not using a sort of background image for the starfield. So I need to investigate that a bit further and try and see if it's a setting that I can fiddle with.
Well, I think what happens when you enter a star system, all of the stars are kind of stamped onto a background. So I think that's what you might see.
Yeah, and it was just like, where if you were making it out of paper, you would fold.
Yes, you got
I could see the folds in space.
Yeah. I'm just making my.
I'm back, by the way. Hello.
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 I'm just trying to. I did see someone. Sorry, I forgot your name. I did see quickly someone just say, "Can you use the DK2 with glasses?" It actually, I think it gives you a bit more room than the DK1 for using glasses. So a lot of people come into the booth and trying it out were happily using their glasses with it. There was no problems with that. Let's head over to Dehan. Has anyone found the keys? Did you see that in last week's newsletter?
Yes.
We had a handful of beta keys on USB sticks with 4 versions of the beta on, ready to give away. And there's bridges in Cologne, which is awesome. There's these fantastic bridges where people will go and get a lock and get it engraved with their names or something, and it represents them, as a couple. It's fantastic. It's all these locks, and it was covered in locks across this bridge. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah, it was really brilliant. And Joe decided that on the last day there we had like three beta keys, and it's like, go and lock them on the bridge. And they went and snuck along the bridge and locked these beta keys somewhere on the bridge for people to find. I don't know whether anyone's found them yet, but if they do, that'd be great.
Well, there was someone that was suggesting that those beta keys are mass locked. But I thought that was quite a smart one. They had all these locks.
Have you got
Dobbo
a
is. Oh, let's have a look. No.
Maybe
Sorry. I could do something, but it will end up feeding you guys back to yourself again. And I'm not pushing that button again.
We'll get some sound effects sorted for next time.
Push my buttons, mate.
Ba-dum-ts. There we go.
Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow.
Commander Jan, no, the green screen, I had issues with it the last stream before I left. I had issues with all my lighting, just went bang. But now I've got the lighting working again. It's kind of okay. No, it's I found out the hard way that the green screen is the easy part. Getting the lighting right is the bit which is difficult. It's very, very hard to get it right.
You don't want the shadows well. No.
Do you know, actually, I've had a couple of people say they should make a Crash bobblehead on there. So
I want one because it'd be so cool.
I'll send an email to them saying people have asked him. I did make a suggestion for another bobblehead and they loved it, so it might end up in the game.
And it was?
I can't say. I can't say. But it's, you know, it might be a little bit too taking the mick, but we'll see. They absolutely loved it. They thought it was a great idea.
Dobble was asking for a shout out for the authors from Fantasticon, so I'll give that one a go. Here's a shout out to Alan Stroud, Kate Russell, and Drew Wager, and the other ones.
I thought it was Wagger.
He comes from a long line of waggers.
All the way back to his great-great-grandfather Willie, wasn't it?
That's right, yes. Willie Waggle.
Oh dear, bless him. Yeah, I saw the pictures of Fantasticon and it looked like an awesome event. I wish it was on just the week after, the week before. I just gutted I couldn't make it. But I'm in the same boat. I sat there glued to Twitter, waiting for anything and just retweeting just to try and catch all the bits and pieces that were going on, and it looked like it went brilliantly, and so it should. Yeah, it was. Looked like great fun. I'll definitely. I mean, if he wants to do another one next year, I will be up for that. I definitely want to go to that. I think. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love the community events for Elite. It's fantastic. You know the.
Shorty, you need to come. You need to come because you'll be, you know, by the end of this program, you'll be a beta player. So you need to come.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. It's up to it. It's up to it.
Some people don't have beta. Feel sorry for them. Pledge £1 tonight and get Shorty beta. Thank you, Commanders.
Here's a little picture of me, my eyes going,
sobbing away in there. Let's like.
Stacey hasn't repeated.
Games before Elite Dangerous were boring.
Oh dear.
Crap.
I know, I need to carry this around with me every day. I need to go into the shops and go.
Just like that guy out of what was it, The Fifth Element, on his walking stick, wasn't it? Just play the sound effects. That'd be just so cool.
That's a great film.
Oh dear.
Crap.
Yeah, that's right. Dan's already started planning for Fantasticon 2015.
Really? Oh, awesome.
We believe that the Dalek has agreed to return, which is awfully kind, and rumours of a TARDIS.
Oh, awesome.
So that's what I've seen. But yes, I intend to attend, and I'll maybe bring this down with me so that I can do some echoes.
Oh dear, so I'm going to catch up on the questions really quick. I can see them screen over there.
Oh, sorry.
That's right, no. That's right, she's too busy playing Minecraft. Neil M.
Don't get Shorty beta. She's not doing her job.
That's it. Cancel the pledges. Cancel. No, I couldn't borrow a beta key. I'm just too honest for my own good. You know, there was a big bag of them in front of me, but no, I couldn't do that. I'm just too honest. Wolf Sternhammer, Braden Bobblehead. Yes, they really love the idea of having bobbleheads for each one of the teams. So fingers crossed, we'll be able to buy Michael Brooks and all the other folks there. It'd be brilliant. Everyone in a bobblehead. That'd be brilliant. You could collect the team. It'd be awesome.
A Psykokow.
Yes, that's what we should do. We should do like a community poll, like who from the community should have their own bobblehead. Let's get that up on the thread.
To be seen,
Yeah, it would be a tiny little one.
I want one where my head wobbles and then falls off and floats around.
Dong, 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 bouncing around the cockpit.
Cool.
Oh no, I can't repeat that, Wolf. So long as PC Gamer don't review it. Yes. Yeah. We won't go there. We won't go there. Will I be going to EGX? I have a ticket for Saturday. I always go to Eurogamer every year. So if anyone can make it, I'll be there on the Saturday. And I'd love to bump into you. I don't know how I'm going to bump into you. I don't know where you're going to be, but I'll be about it on the Saturday there. I always go. It'd be great to meet up with you folks.
Something I've not done is the only sort of cons I've been to now have been the LaveCon Elite Meet and no, not Fantasticon actually. I didn't even get to that one, but my son is dead keen on trying to get to one of the Minecons.
I would love to do that. I think my son would just like fall over himself if he could actually make it to one of those things. He's a huge Minecraft fan.
I just found a potato.
You found a potato? Oh my god, a potato! One whole potato. That's how crazy Minecraft makes you. But yeah, I'd love to take him to something like that because the last one was in Paris, wasn't it? Minecon.
Crikey, yes, it was, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah, because the first one was like in Vegas or something insane like that. But I think the last one was in Paris, but.
Oh, there's Connor's blooming rubbing it in. Oh, that being Q 2012.
Ah, no fair. I would love to go to
We've got a donation! We've got a donation!
Oh, who's that?
Thank you for your donation, Commander.
Right on, Commander.
Yeah, and for those people that think I've been doing voices in the stations, it is not true. I have not. I have not been asked to. I would love to. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Oi, you can't park there. Shift your anaconda.
Oi, move your asp.
You don't get a parking ticket for parking in the wrong place, do you?
I mean, it would be hysterical. I mean, these are the things they need to add because obviously they've got quite a few new voices in the stations which are quite funny as well. But it would be quite funny to hear calls along the lines of, would the person who parked their sidewinder in Bay 5 please return to the vehicle? You're obstructing Bay 6. Thank you.
That would be freaking
I would love to
epic.
see that. I'll put in a good word for you, Kay. We'll see if we can get you to do some voiceovers because that would be hilarious. I'd love that.
That is epic, man.
Oh dear. Oh, Negrao, greetings, Commander. Right, let's go ahead and launch again. So I know I'm pretty boring at the moment. I've traded the Viper back in. I'm back in the Type 6, but it's the best way to make money. You make so much profit. Petrus,
hello,
greetings. Petrus. I always say it wrong. I apologise.
It could be Petrus. Could be. The Neil M was just telling me that if I get a bobblehead, it must be wearing my pirate hat. Well, yeah, of course that goes without saying.
And your onesie. Absolutely wearing your onesie.
Yeah, I can't find my onesie. I packed it for this move here, and I've not been able to find it yet.
Oh, have you moved into the new house now?
No.
Oh,
no. Otherwise I would be literally sounding like this. This place has no furniture.
Oh dear.
I need it.
I want that echo button now. I'm gonna dig out my old Sound Blaster AW64. I think that had something like that in it. I can do that.
Well, the echo's good. I mean, it's got things like this, which I don't know quite what it is, which is called chorus. So I'm not quite sure what. Oh, I sound kind of manly.
You've got a room full of cows.
I just stay on this mushroom.
Petrus, how is the market this evening? Ah, yes, that's a good point. I think if anyone has read the newsletter this evening, they'll notice all the extra information in there at the bottom from the Galnet, stock markets and all that sort of business on there. Now, that's something I was talking about quite in length last week.
They fluctuate.
Oh, it's completely up to what players do. So I'm having a reasonable impact on the market at the moment. I'm shipping 100 tons of cargo from A to B, and 100 tons is a fair chunk out of the market. Most things tend to have tens of thousands So it's about a percent each time I do something. I'm kind of shifting the market around, and it's all based on player input. And this was something that David was really keen to get across to the press. It was really cool.
It's what's going to drive the gameplay, isn't it? It's the constant feedback. I mean, let's see. Yeah, there's the credit crunch. Hold on, I'll read this one bit out.
Also, I'm going to put on a latest for it. Galnet credit crunch special feature. The Federation credit crunch is reducing stocks and demand across systems, dramatically altering the market situation and forcing pilots to look for new routes. The graph of stock levels illustrate the effect and make grim reading.
That's so cool.
Oh, I love Cow. But yeah, I mean that's the cool thing. I mean, I was talking to the folks out there, and all of these things we're starting to see in there. We started to see the little stock market tickers with the graphs, and we can see there's this huge credit crunch that's come into play now, which has kind of affected the graphs drastically. All these things we're seeing as like artwork in the newsletters at the moment are slowly going to be integrated into the game. So if you recall way back when, some of the concept screens that we saw, in some of the earlier peaks of the weeks, there was all this information, there was all these stock prices and all these things going on over on the screen. All of that stuff is going to be slowly integrated into the game, so we're going to be able to see these trends over time and see what are going to be, like, oh, looks like we've got a big problem over here. There's a famine, or the food has gone to zero. There's a huge demand for it. We can see these things. All of those views and the little Galnet pieces, they're slowly going to get integrated into the game. So instead of them showing up in the newsletters, they're going to be part of the game, and all of that information is going to be available for you instantly, anytime you want to. And they're going to be like in-game newspapers, effectively, you can subscribe to, which
that's right. The news ticker, which I'm desperate to see. I'm really looking forward to that in game. It's going to be awesome. You just buy your your Lakon 9 full of fish and find out that sadly it's all been laced with lead and it's unsellable. And you're like, no.
yeah, take it to the far reaches of somewhere and flog it on the black market.
Yeah, how do I get to Slough?
100 tons of toxic waste coming your way, sir. Oh yes, outposts. Yes, we did mention earlier on the outposts in there, and Commander Jan there's hoping to see pirate bases sneaking in. Well, see, that was one of the things they said about the outposts, is that they're so small and insignificant, they're not going to have any kind of police force there or anything like that. So it's quite possible that they will change hands, and what was a safe outpost at one point might end up being somewhere where just all the bandits hang out. So
Station.
Can you blow? No. You can.
No, not yet. The official answer is, of course, not currently.
Yeah, don't ask questions like that.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
No, I
that's
just like blowing things up. Sorry.
No. Yeah, the stations are just too well armed to destroy, but you can have a significant impact on them. So if lots and lots of players decide to make somewhere a particularly nasty place by, killing lots of civilians and causing havoc with the local police force and stuff like that, eventually the station will get so run down, no one will want to visit there. The police force will start to thin out because they won't want to defend it, and think it will gradually change, and these things will eventually get more derelict, and so you won't be able to just destroy them outright with some nuke or something like that, but you will be able to gradually affect them. I mean, they're so big and powerful.
Is that the
that you won't
board?
be able to do it.
What is that?
No.
That's a station, you numpty. Oh dear.
Get Shorty Beta now, so she can tell the difference between a cube and a
dodecahedron.
Dodecahedron. Thank you, Kerrash.
Shut up. Dodecahedron, you.
Go count your sides.
I saw that Naguel was asking if you've been challenged for the ice challenge yet. Oh, dearie me. I look at that thing and think, everybody's done it. I would rather do a nice sit down with a cup of tea challenge.
Yeah.
I think Kerrash should do it on one of his streams.
What, the ice bucket challenge? Oh my, I'll have to get like plastic sheeting on the floor or something like that. Yeah, that could get bad.
To help you with that.
That'll be like, yeah, we'll set up the stream, I'll do it, and then the power will get shorted out, and everyone will be like, where's the stream gone? And I'm just electrocuted here or something.
Hey, Kerrash, how come your ice bucket's giving off steam? Sorry, Mackay, I did not realise you lived in Slough, but just so that you know, when the game comes out, you might want to upgrade your standard clothing to something that can repel plutonium.
Something nice for the summer, lead-lined, you know.
Yes, something with a big wellies.
Dead again. Unfortunately, no, I don't know when mining will be introduced, but I know that it's working. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh.
That's enough spoilers.
Ooh.
Do you know?
Say what? It's working?
It's working. That's
ho!
Mara Jade in Freeport. Yes, he's got a good point there. Freeport. Sorry?
Command and Shorty sounds evil.
Dobbo, who would I nominate to do the Ice Bucket Challenge? I don't know. See, I've read about it and I've seen a few, but I honestly, I don't know what the deal is. I mean, I assume I have to get someone to sponsor me to do it. Is that the deal? And
well, I don't know exactly, but it seems to be there's the different ones. I've seen it from a sort of I've seen it from a kind of Freemasons kind of point of view, where if you don't do it, you have to pay £40, which to me sounds worth it. And if you do it, then you get to nominate 3 other people. But it seems to be in America, it's for an ALS cancer fund, so they've gone one way. Then you've got the Mary Curry. So it seems to be there's an awful lot of different charity drives that are using it at the moment, which is amazing, fantastic. I did see someone doing the why not set up a direct debit to your charity challenge, which is not as spectacular but equally effective. And I think the best one I saw was a guy who's obviously a builder who had a bucket tipped over him and then had a digger dump water on top of him, and then just when he thought it was done, this large skip on a crane came in and they tipped it and it washed him clean off his seat.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And I think just the way people are going about it is amazing. I mean, Dave Grohl, he did it in the style of a Carrie movie.
That was epic.
Did he do it? Did I haven't seen that one?
Yeah, you know the film Carrie, where they tip the pig's blood on her at the end? No, you haven't seen that one? Oh, you have to go watch it. Google it and have a look at it later. Don't do it now because the audio will come across the stream, but just Google it. It's brilliant.
But even the new Carrie is quite a good watch if you don't get the classic one.
Yes, it is a good film actually. I was just noticed something there, it distracted me for a second then. This is one of the things that come up in the newsletter actually. Fish in Shango Dock. It's nearly gone. There's only 124 tons in the cargo.
No!
I know, I'm gonna buy it. But I mean, it's only in low supply.
It's all I can afford.
I'm gonna buy it all.
That's all I'm just a fish trader. It's all I can afford. I'm gonna be stuck in my sidewinder forever.
So there we go. So it's not actually worth me buying because it's in low supply, but I'm gonna buy it anyway.
I hate you.
just empty the organ. Oh dear.
That's right. Alistair Darling and Alex Salmond have both been challenged by James McAvoy.
Really? Oh god. Oh dear.
I think if anyone was to nominate Paul Gascoigne, it'd be a bit, sorry, I was going for a dry joke.
Oh no. He totally went there.
Yep. So,
Psykokow,
lovely weather today.
Right, I'm just heading outside, bear with me. Oh, there we go, right.
Ignore that joke, it never happened. Look into my eyes, not around my eyes, look into my eyes.
Nothing to see here. Dobbo there, ask Crash when the banks will be online and send you some. Yes, we'll
I don't need your pity credit, fool! They said that.
The credits. Oh dear. Geraldine's on there and she saw me in the game. Sorry, I must have just flown straight past her without realising. I'm sorry. Greetings, Commander. Fusion DCA. What did I think of the video in the newsletter? The Isonia one. Have you seen that, Cow? The
what?
There was a video posted in the newsletter, and I saw it beforehand. Actually, someone tweeted it to me, and then
that stunning video.
It was awesome work. You probably haven't seen that, have you, Shorty? So there was
I start
Isonia.
new jobs and my brain's like screwed.
I just
What are you
like?
Not even dig on Minecraft.
It's terrible. So there was this great.
Send me all these links after.
Yeah, I will. It was a great video. It was in the newsletter. Like I said, I saw it beforehand. I think I actually kind of I retweeted it, and I think I mentioned it to the guys at Frontier actually because it was awesome. But Isonia, awesome pilot, spotted some liquor floating outside the one of the stations, and of course it's illegal to scoop it up and take it away. Because you're stealing someone else's cargo.
But it's just floating
It's just floating there. It's just floating. It's a bit of salvage. So obviously salvaging will come in. But you have to get a license to do it, and we don't have licenses yet. You can't buy licenses. So we went in, scooped up this cargo, and it went through the absolutely awesome thing. Was doing it all with like flight assist off, and turned all of the ship's modules off, so it was basically running completely silent. Like all the heat was like gone. It was frozen up in the cockpit and just basically floating towards these things. When it scooped it up, ran over to the nearest starport, which actually had a black market to sell it on, and then did the whole thing again and snuck in through the lined up with the spaceport from like a couple of kilometers out, went up to full boost, like 300 meters per second, and then turned all the power off, including drives, so there was no maneuvering control whatsoever, and just skimmed in like an ice cube at 300 meters per second, and then frantically just turned the drives back on at the last second to maneuver onto the pad, and it meant that it was producing no heat from the ship, so that none of the local authority vessels could see it and scan it.
That is freaking epic!
It was awesome, and I showed Eddie the trick on there, because it was one of the things at the end of the demo, that if someone managed to get far enough in the demo, we could get them to land at the space station, but they'd probably blow up because they'd stolen some cargo. And I say, well, actually, Eddie, you can do this. And I showed them out, and they loved it. They said it was brilliant. I said, please don't take it out because it's so awesome. They said, no, that's amazing. You know, this emergent gameplay. They absolutely loved it. And I said, it's definitely got to be something we highlight. So obviously they've put it in the newsletter this week, because I just think that's brilliant. It's a really cool effect. You can do that. It's so awesome.
Please send me all these links.
I will send you all the links. I'll send you the link to the newsletter so you can see it on there. The Wildebeest, you're going to try and hop in and find me, by all means, absolutely, come and find me. I'm in the open group, so you will see me floating around somewhere in space.
I am not Frankie Boyles.
I thought you were Susan Boyles.
That's not Susan Boyles.
Oh, Dobbo, thank you. Dobbo's put the link up in there. Go ahead and click the link on there.
How do they make these videos? How do they? How?
Just mute the sound, Shorty.
Thanks, Dobbo.
Yeah.
How do they make them? How?
It was really, really cool. Yes, Reinhardt, absolutely. It was like Han Solo style smuggling. It was awesome. It was really cool. Beta 2 when? I don't know. Don't ask me. Don't ask me questions. Don't ask me. Alright, I'm gonna think.
Oh, Toff, you've got to stick at it. You've got to stick at it. You got the game yesterday and he's struggling to dock. It is utterly and ultimately so satisfying when you crack it. I mean, you sit and watch Kerrash here, who you'd have to call. He's obviously a master docker, which you've got to be careful how you say that.
I can empty my load faster than anyone else.
Yes, he's the fastest. He can do it in 45 seconds and doesn't even scrape the sides.
That is what she said.
Write your own jokes.
I'm not saying anything because I'm not allowed to say.
Whereas I try to do the speed docking challenge and end up on different pads, bouncing around like some kind of rabid pinball.
There's a bit of Psykokow over there, and a bit over there, and a bit. Oh dear.
Double's trying to practice with his flight assist off. Do you know why they have flight assist in there? Because it's needed.
Yeah. I look at it, it's like ABS and traction control and all those kind of things. It's like you wouldn't go about day to day driving your car without them, would you? It's just like they're so convenient, they're so helpful, you just got used to using them. But occasionally...
Don't take my steering wheel off, I can steer with mind control alone.
You know, it's like occasionally.
Yes, I drive my car with the engine off.
Just because I can. I slide it around. But no, it's one of those things. It's like, I mean, I play virtually all the time with Flight Assist on because it just works. There's no need to not do it. But you know, occasionally when you want to do something cool, you know, it's 2 a.m. You find that car park which is empty, and you think, I'm just going to turn the traction control off and, you know, rev it a little bit and see what I can do. Get it sideways, and you know.
Do I need to tell your wife about things that you've been doing?
It wasn't in her car, don't worry.
But
that's, you know, I think Flight Assist like that, you know, it's this nice little nifty thing where you can do some advanced things if you really want to, but I don't do it a lot. One thing I should say, actually, I found this nifty trick, and I did point it out to Eddie, actually, that on the X52, you've got this handy little slider, which is not going to show up well with the green screen, but you've got this nice little slider on the back. And what I've done with it is I've set it up so when I slide it all the way to the right, I put the Flight Assist on hold, and then that way I can just slide it back and it comes back off, and it's really, really good. It's like that button wasn't bound to anything by default. So it's great. It doesn't interfere with the default layout. I've pretty much gone back to the default key bindings because all these buttons are going to become more and more useful for doing various things. So I'm going to stay with the default. So setting it to sorry, yeah, I did it, didn't I?
So I'm just like Tom Art saying at his age he's found nothing cool to do at 2 a.m.
And to be honest, most 2 a.m.s I'm happy if I'm just asleep at that point in it. So, I saw someone say something. Dobbo's not under NDA. No, I am. Which is famous.
Which kind of makes you having your own stream just kind of like, you know, oh, okay, I nearly said something really inappropriate again. It's like kind of being, you know, some kind of shoplifter and having to work in a corner shop.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, it is kind of awkward. It's like I'm trying to sell this, but at the same time I can't tell anyone.
In fact, Shorty, if we just sit here really, really quietly and force him to talk about stuff, at some point he's going to give something away.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Yeah, okay.
Don't.
Yeah, I can do
That's
that.
just mean. That's just mean.
That's my job.
Tell us.
I'm your sister. That's what I do.
I'm gonna press the red button.
Oh.
Fine. Leave me. No, it's difficult. I must admit, it's difficult. And the thing is, it's like I said, I was sat there talking to David, and he was so passionate about it. He was like, he just kept telling me all these things. He says, oh yeah, they're telling me this and that, and things they've done, and things that they've tried and prototyped and stuff. And I'm like,
But you can't say anything,
I'm
sorry.
I was like, yeah,
What?
yeah, I know. And
Why
it end
did you
every
tell
sentence
me?
with this, like, oh, but that's not for the public. I'm like, don't. And I'm practically exploding because it's like, that is so cool. I just want to tell everyone how awesome that is, but I can't even say it.
Can you tell me?
I can't. No. Can't tell
Oh.
You must share your thoughts with the
This-
public.
This is not the secret you're
Search
looking
These are not the droids you're looking for.
But no, it was really cool. It was really cool, and like I said right at the start, they've got a plan for everything. It's gonna be so awesome when they do all the expansions and everything like that. It's gonna be in epic. There's no better way of saying it. It's gonna be awesome.
Wow.
Tell you what though, after this game comes out, you're going to be an absolute hard nut for your kids to crack when it comes to trying to figure out what they're getting for Christmas.
Yeah, that's it. I've got everything I want. That's it. There you go. just lock the door.
Hold on a minute. We have a request from Hello. Sorry, I shouldn't cough on echo. Just sounds that. Use the Force, Kerrash.
Yes, I can do it. I can do it. I can get that missile into that exhaust port. I can do it. Oh, bless. I've missed this. I've missed this. It's great fun. Rhino, don't encourage her.
Ooh, I'm gonna,
It's-
he said I could tease you. Yay! Thanks, have a good Search your feelings, John.
Donate £1 to the Get Shorty Beta Fund, and she will tease Kerrash for you right now. The more money we raise for her Beta Fund, the more dark the tease will be.
I may even use a stick to beat him.
So your own particular version of the ice bucket challenge, is it? It's just,
Yeah, sure. Okay.
yeah.
I could do
Hot
that.
coals or something, hot oil. Nice.
You know, if you're into that sort of thing, brother, you know.
Whoa!
Don't go there.
Gone into therapy. We've stepped over that line into therapy again, Kerrash.
That mic. Sorry. I got issues. Right.
Oh, Dobbers,
Yeah, I quite
Dobbers said something really cool there. I'll say in a sec. Carry on.
No, that's just exactly. I think we're picking up on the same thing. How much fun it would be to get out your ship, jump into one of those cars, and ram every vehicle off that ring road around the inside of the station.
I'm going to say yes. It would be cool to do that, wouldn't it?
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Might have to phone you later.
It'd be so much. I mean, if you think about it, it'd be funny running across to someone else's pad and then doing that button press that you open the side of the ship and push them out the other side of the ship and then take off.
That'd be so fun.
Of course, if you just kind of punch them hard enough at the centre of the, they'd float towards the centre of the Coriolis. They'd be at 0 G in the centre. They just push. You just go big
Stop
uppercut.
there going, help! Give me a ladder!
Flying upside.
Dude, Stimmer says, any news on system maps?
System maps, they are being worked on right now. I don't know whether they're going to be polished enough in time for beta, but they are being worked on right now. Which they're really cool. I mean, we've seen those. I think those shots we've seen in the peak of the week, they are actually in engine anyway, so they will end up looking like that, which is really cool. Actually, fun fact, before I get onto the GTA one, we had these like gigantic 8-foot billboard like posters on every wall inside these meeting rooms, with like, you know, full shots of the game, like the Orbis station and all that sort of stuff. They were all captured at 16K in game and just printed on a wall. That's how awesome the game looks at 16K resolution. You can just print it on a poster, you know, like 300 DPI, and it just looks smegging amazing when it's sat behind you. So yeah, that was a nice little thing.
You smegged.
But yeah, so the interesting fact brought up there. For the demo, we were saying that the Owlin station is obviously the Orbis. It's got that big 8-kilometer radius ring, the habitat ring around there. And someone calculated, I don't know who it is, if someone knows who it is, but let me know their name and I'll give them a shout out. Someone on the forum, I believe, calculated that the walkable area inside that habitat ring was the same play space as GTA 4. So one station in Elite Dangerous is GTA 4. Yeah, which is insane. It's just, how do you even comprehend that? It's just mind-blowing.
That's
Can't
just
wait to get a tank in it then.
Oh, yeah. Just drive around, blowing everyone to hell. But no, it's really, really cool. I love the fact that it's just so enormous. Absolutely gigantic. That is what she said. We totally went there, didn't we?
You did.
Nang-ta-kan.
Nothing.
So yeah, as I'm back on the trade routes again, I should probably say actually one of the things that the Galnet thing is trying to encourage you to do, wink wink nudge nudge, it's trying to get you to go to other places. The game is set up in such a way that the markets are going to be balanced in to encourage you to explore systems that you haven't been to. So everywhere I've been to tonight, I've gone to a different station and traded in a different commodity, because that is the most profitable way of doing it. Milk runs are basically going to be a thing of the past. You know, you could do it in Frontier Elite 2 because the galaxy was fairly static. Now it's not ever really going to be that case. You might get away with 1 or 2 runs and make a bit of profit going back and forth, but really you're going to want to be looking at exploring different systems and going to different places. That's what the game is trying to encourage you to do. It's what Frontier are going to be tweaking and balancing the market to make sure it does do that. That's kind of the point of the game. It's space exploration, so it's kind of, yeah, I think it's going to make you do that.
There was something that made me giggle in the forums. I think someone was just asking as well, how many systems are in this particular build. And Commander Jan's answered 55, which is great because that saves me trying to work it out, seeing as I've only seen 3. It's one of the comments was, it's taking them this long to get 55 systems. It's going to take them forever to get 400 billion. You just kind of think, oh dear, oops. Just come over here a minute.
Hang on, let me zoom out. Let me zoom out. Look, there we go. They're already there. That's the cool thing actually. The engine is already creating and building all of these things. The only thing they're doing is adding detail. They're just incrementally adding more and more detail to the populated systems. And if I zoom back in now, in this view, it's a bit easier to see. If I turn around to the dark side of the galaxy, if you go to the view and you change from realistic view, change to map view, we get the. I'll leave it on there. And we can see the color-coded stars. Hopefully it comes across in the stream okay. The yellows and the blues here are different alliances. These are the ones which are populated stars. So these are the ones that Frontier need to fill out with handcrafted detail. That's not many when you
individually, obviously.
Poor old Michael Brooks has done a lot of it by hand.
He's going to sit there for the next 50 years filling it in.
Well, one of the things that was really interesting actually that came up a lot when we were out there, we were talking about all the things in there. There's 160,000 real stars from like real data entered in from publicly available databases. Anyone can go out and download these databases of stars. And what Frontier have had to do is kind of collate all this data, and they've had to fix errors. Would you believe that these public databases actually have problems with them? They have like mismatches, they have like various things that don't correlate. So Michael Brooks has had to sit there and get all of these databases and kind of like, the ones which it says, if there's 2 databases that says there's a star here in the same place, and there's a third database that say, well actually I think it's up over here by a fraction of a degree. He's had to kind of go, well actually yeah, okay, we'll go with the 2 and not the one which is obscure. He's had to sit there and correct all these damn things, and no one out there in like the public space has done that before with these databases. So kind of Elite's gonna have probably the most accurate map of these databases out there, which is insane. It's really, really cool.
That's crazy. He's never going to be able to catch up with it, obviously, because just constantly finding out new things.
Yeah, it's happening all the time. I mean, I posted something up on his Facebook, and it was a bit of a kind of moment because I think one of the, I think it was the Gliese 581b or something like that. One of the most famous exoplanets discovered. Suddenly they realised that it wasn't actually an exoplanet. Oops. So they went and correlated all the data and kind of went back and figured out that it was actually just a blip in the data and it wasn't really a planet. And I think at that point it had already been added in. So whether or not Michael's going to delete that one and just like scrub it out, like, days worth of work, scrub it, throw it away. So yeah, so it's a pain, but it's something we're going to have to live with.
Well, at least he's got a job for the rest of his life. Then there you go.
I think that's the thing I think is really exciting, is we're at that point, like scientifically today, where all these things are being discovered and it's changing so quickly. It's just really, really cool. We're getting all this stuff. Questions? Oh crikey! Sorry, I'm missing questions. Petrus, do you know will Galnet have a nicely integrated? Will Galnet be nicely integrated in game, or something getting us? Yes, I said that earlier on. Yes, eventually all of the Galnet news stuff is going to be integrated into the game, which is why we started to see those little ticker things and all, because that's kind of like a test render. See, it's there and it's working. All of these things are there and working in one degree or another. They just happen to be at various states of polish. So when we see the next beta 2, we'll get the things which are polished enough that Frontier are happy with them, but we might not see
Radar
things.
says hi.
Right, oh right, sorry. Mara Jaden, when does the bubble expand? I don't know when they're next planning on doing that. We might see some more in beta 2, but it's a big enough area to test most of the systems at the moment, so they may not need to expand it in beta 2. The problem with expanding it now, obviously, it'll start to encroach in the space of Sol.
Hello.
Yeah,
Someone's donated £50 for me to have beta, and I can't pronounce his name. Tahoken.
Oh, who did that? Seriously?
Tahoken. Oh, that's sweet.
Tahoken.
Sorry if I said that.
Right on, Commander. That is awesome. Thank you very much. I will sort that out, and hopefully we'll have Shorty flying around on my wing on the next stream.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you very much. That is very, very generous. Thank you.
So what were you saying? I distracted you.
I'm sorry. I honestly don't know. Simmer 1540. Any idea when the blue comets are in Super Cruise? So comets are actually calculated by the game engine now. They are actually comets are in there, nebulas, all these things.
As in ones that they found.
Yes.
In real life?
Yep, and generated ones as well to fill out things. They are all there. Asteroid rings, asteroid belts, like the one around between Mars and Jupiter. Those are all being created. We just aren't seeing them yet. Frontier aren't happy with how polished they want them to be perfect, so they're cleaning them up. But yeah, they're in there. They're being done. They look awesome. They look really awesome.
What's the stance on mining?
Mining, it's working. It's there. But it's not currently in beta 1. I don't know whether it's going to make beta 2. Again, Frontier are very, very. They want it to be perfect. They're
perhaps I'm asking too much.
No, it's fine. No,
what about this? What about this? I want to do more.
I think that's what everyone's
saying.
saying.
They puts everything in it, so it just there's so much detail.
You
could expect it's probably going to be in anyway.
that was the great thing of talking about David. You could feel the passion for it. He was so adamant that these things were going to be perfect.
Unbelievably passionate. And just for a second, I'm going to thank the Hoken in the way that he should be thanked. Thank you, Fahoken. You have put Shorty into beta.
Yay! Thanks everyone. There's some nice comments on that.
That's brilliant.
See you in space soon, Snow Winter. That's so cool. Yeah.
I can just see the next episode, and Shorty's going there. Flipping hate this game.
I
can't talk. Can't do anything.
My
bloody
first
thing.
Just to
I want yaw. She's gonna be a yaw. I know it.
Aye.
We'll get you set up with a joystick. I'll see what we can do. We'll get you set up some one way or another so you can play it properly. Oh yes, Dobbo. Yeah, join the first great expedition. Because you'll enjoy that. You can be our fuel mule.
Oh, thank you.
That's the person you send on ahead.
Yeah.
When you go, you jump first. You jump first. Just let us know if it's safe.
Team 2014 says, are the gas giants going to be in game? Release fuel for skimming.
Okay, I'm not sure how much I can say. Obviously in the newsletter you've seen the new video, which looks absolutely stunning. The gas giants are currently in the process of being animated, which just looks brilliant. You see the all the cloud features, like the red spot on there, like on Jupiter, that static kind of storm system, and then other things swirling around. It looks really, really awesome. Obviously the reason why they're putting that detail in is because fuel scooping is going to naturally mostly occur on gas giants, so the gas giants need to be detailed enough that you can get up close to them and do that. So they're incrementally adding these details in piece by piece. You've got to think it's like layers. They're building these layers out, and we've seen it in the last couple of beta builds that the surface details on the planets have got better, so we can get closer to them. The same thing's going to happen with the gas giants. So yeah, they're adding these details in now so that we can get really close to these gas giants and scoop all.
Might just be the immature commander in me that giggles every time I hear the phrase gas giants. We got another thank you to do. Here we go. Thank you, Aiden Abacus. You've put a second Shorty into beta.
Oh my god! Thanks.
Thank you. You're too kind. That? You're too kind. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Hey, epic.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. See, look, that's what I love about Elite is the community. It's if all this went away tomorrow and I wasn't streaming anymore, I'd still be on the forums chatting away to everyone because I love the community behind it. It's brilliant.
And yet, from our embittered moderator point of view now, it's getting a little bit gnarly.
It's great to see new people coming in, but unfortunately they do tend to come in with the attitude of other space games.
Well, I'm just enjoying the fact that I've now been told that if I wasn't a traffic warden, I should be. That it's my ideal career.
Ticket slam, ticket slam.
That just makes me giggle. Some of the things in the last couple of weeks have been hysterical. It's just been, it's kind of the things you sort of read and you go, what? Wow.
It's like,
I never knew I was.
Dude,
I kick puppies for my pastimes. So on you go.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Locutus said you should buy me something, but I didn't even want to say it just in case it's some sort of weird
no,
device.
Thrustmaster Warthog. It's definitely not. It's a joystick, but not that kind of joystick.
I was gonna say, thanks.
That's not something you buy your sister, dude.
I tell you what, if SciTech ever or Mad Cats do go into the adult toy market, we're all screwed. Is it a joystick? I don't know.
Oh, this one comes with force feedback.
That's it. Vibrates when you push the buttons.
Oh dear. Oh.
Anyway.
Oh.
Well, that's fine. You need a hot ass. Everyone needs a hot ass. It gives you a real satisfying sort of hands-on experience.
It's definitely. I like to get both hands with a firm grip on my hot ass and just nothing beats it. Just tweak the little bits on it. It's brilliant.
I'm pretty sure that my joystick's got a nipple.
Oh damn it! There's no demand here for these things. Damn. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. That I think that station, the voices in Romanenko should have sort of a Russian inflection.
Yeah, I think they are actually working on a bunch of different sound things, different voices and things like that for different kind of inflections. Definitely, I mean, we've seen a bunch of like Federation and like independent stations. We haven't seen any Empire stations yet. They will sound cool. Trust me, they will sound really cool. Very, very different, and they will look distinct as well. Very different station interiors in the Imperial.
Do you remember, just going back in time, do you remember when you had Half-Life 2 and you was making a different version of it and you made me do the sound effects of it?
Oh yeah, I made a total conversion, didn't I? I made like a mod for it. Yeah, and I had you doing all the voiceovers. I should resurrect that and finish it, just for fun.
I'm just looking at Dobbo and you can't see things like that. This where would we be without Hotas? I've had my hands on Kerrash's and Kate Russell's, and they've had their hands on mine.
This is why I don't come on to the stream very often, everybody, because I lower the tone.
Oh, brilliant.
I'm not sure it was very particularly high.
Is it not in general, is it?
Nah. Okay, I wasn't going mad. I was in the wrong
Only gets
station.
worse when he does Kerbals.
Ah, yes. The innuendo is rife with. See, the problem, you cannot make a rocket in Kerbal without it looking phallic. You just can't. You can't. The worst thing is you tend to put boosters at the bottom. On like and make them symmetrical, so you end up with two of them at the bottom, and it just looks wrong. And the shadow's bad as well. It's just
I like it when you get it just off balance, so it wobbles.
Big wobbly rocket. Yeah. It's just totally wrong. But yeah, I do love Kerbal. It's a great game.
Oh, thanks, Dublin. I raised.
You raise the bar. You raise the level. You drag us out of the gutter.
The only problem is because he's so short, it doesn't go very high.
That's so true.
Oh, bless.
Hello likes me having me on here. Yay!
See, I told you, and yeah, see, everybody loves Shorty. But we will get you on. We will get you on more often, Dory. Did I see any Imperial material? Says Commander Slowman. Do you know?
What does that mean? Does that mean that Drew Wagar flash you?
What happens between me and the senator stays between me and the senator.
Hello, Geraldine. Hello, Phoenix Defire. Hello, Commander. No, I'm not going to say hello to you again.
Yeah, the Imperial thing. I think they mentioned it in the newsletter this week. Actually, the one of the questions is what that the Imperial stations will look significantly different. You will see, the variation inside, outside. They will look different in a lot of ways. So it's obviously we're going to see differences in the voices and things like that as well. Which is going to be really cool. Funnily enough, I think I've said it before. Actually, the female voiceover you see, I think it's the lead sound engineer's wife. Actually,
someone asked how tall I am. You really want to know? Okay, right.
Tiny.
Let's just say she needed a booster seat to watch the Smurfs.
And you're
I'm sorry, I've not met you yet, but I'm sure when you can kick me in the ankle.
I'd have to jump to reach out.
Commander Shorty. Yeah, Reinhardt is the little Chinese kid in it that follows Indiana Jones around.
Shut up!
Dr. Jones! Dr. Jones!
Oh, I'm gonna watch that tonight. Yeah.
So you're saying that the Imperial ships are going to be a little bit snootier?
Yeah, effectively, yeah. They're going to have a very distinct style about them, which is really cool.
Jump, press the hyperspace button. Charging.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. They're going to have a real attitude problem. AE 101, I like that. The Imperial stations will shoot guild rounds at intruders. Only the best ammunition.
You won't get the warning cargo hold full. It'll be, oh goodness, can't you count?
Oh, brilliant. Crossbow 7, yeah, someone's just answered there. They've planned drones and things for observing your ship from the outside. You won't be able to use them during combat, but you will be able to see them to inspect your ship and things like that. And there's a lot more planned other than drones.
What about repairing your ship?
What,
Can
manually?
you get little R2-D2s like repairing?
You can actually get like a was it AFM, the automatic field maintenance module or something like that at the moment, which you can use to repair certain things. But it has like cartridges. It's almost like a 3D printer in a way. That will go in and kind of repair various parts of your ship. You get so many uses of it before it wears out. So yes,
I mean, some of these things they sound amazing. You can't wait to see them in game. Bewilderbeast Nick had a question for you, Kerrash.
Oh, yep.
So you've done E3, you've done GamesCom. What's next?
I wish I knew. It really is up to Frontier if they want me again. I love helping them out. It was an absolute pleasure to help them out. It was great to see them from that side of things. You really do get some respect for see how hard they work for us. Like like the newsletter, as we were just like kind of in between all the press going on like that, and Joe and Jess were there like writing up the newsletter in between doing all the other bits for us and running around and everything like that. They put so much effort in for us, and it's I would love to help them again. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen next. I mean, I said at the start, I've got a ticket for Eurogamer. I go there every year. I'm not sure if Frontier are going to go. I think they mentioned some in the newsletter before. I'd love to do it, but I don't know myself yet. It'd be great to be a civvy for a change, just so I can come and give them a big hug, and from the other side of it.
Enjoy one of those actual events. Yeah. Hey, you've been busy. You must have a very understanding boss.
She has been wonderful, bless her. My wife has been really understanding. Yeah, she's been really good in it, and particularly having to put up with the kids all this time when I'm not around. They can be a handful. So yeah, I really appreciate her letting me do these things. No, she's been very supportive actually. Samantha Cassius, go on.
Rightfully so, and very proud of you.
I don't feel like I've done anything to you know, be given all these great opportunities. You know, I just.
You're just freaking awesome. That's why. I've always thought.
Well, even
though I secretly hate you.
Well, yeah. Well, put it this way: you'll have beta. You can play yourself. I won't be telling you to get off my Amiga and don't touch my save game on Frontier. Get off it.
I know. He never let me touch it.
Never let you play it. Yeah, you always broke the Amiga. You remember the one time you copied every icon back onto itself like 3 times in every folder, and it took me like the entire evening.
You've got a domestic going on here.
I know.
It was only little.
But now you've got your own computer, and thanks to the very generous community member right there, you have your own beta, so you can go ahead and you can play away now.
Get your own stream.
Yes, we get on the stream. Get you simultaneously stream.
Nah, I'm not good at streams.
Nick's asking what day your EGX Kerrash is. The Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got tickets for the Saturday, so I will definitely be there on the Saturday to bump into people, which would be great. I'd love to meet you, and we can grab a drink there. I think they serve beer, and I'm not driving, so get him in. Let's get this. I'll buy you a pint.
Another question.
Yep, go on. Yep.
Another question for you, Kerrash. Any news on Beta 2 Kerrash again? I'll answer this one for you. No comment.
So I can just say soon, TM.
Well, technically, it comes after Beta 1.
Exactly. There we go.
Dude, I forgot about Workbench.
Workbench. Ah, yes. Love Workbench.
Shorty broke Workbench.
She did break my Workbench. And it was all on floppy disk then, so it took me ages to clean it up. Ah, dear, yes. Right, let's sell this stuff now. Please make a profit, please! There we go, there's demand here. So I'm making 778 credits per item, 100 times. That's a nice 77 grand in my back pocket. Thank you very much. I will have that. Very nice.
Yeah.
Did I miss any more questions on there?
No, I just think Phoenix Defire is asking for a shout out for his video cast. Let's see what I can do for that. Hold on, I'll find the.
Yes.
Let's go for the
paste a link, whatever you want to do.
Oh, that sounds good. Let's go for this. We'll try this one.
See you later, arms.
Join Phoenix Defire on his Top Shift video cast, coming to you live from YouTube soon.
TM. Oh dear, bless.
I need to.
I want sound effects now. I really do want sound effects.
Actually, to be honest, I was surprised because this desk, I went into this wee shop and I was looking for one with the USB feedback so that you can overdub things that you're recording, so you can layer it nicely, and that was my intention. And this thing came with all these sound effects, and I've never used them before, but bloomin' heck, they're fun.
Is there a Darth Vader sound effect?
There's bound to be.
I don't think so, unless let's try that one. No, there's not.
Luke, join the dark side.
Yeah, but that way I'll have to put the bass right up. So let's try it like that.
Right.
Join the dark side. I am your Faja.
Oh dear.
Your what? Your Faja? Your Faja?
Our
Oh, your father!
Gilsoy, add your friends list. Yes, I will go back and add your friends list. Let's do that now. Whilst I'm thinking about it, I am playing in the open
How many
group.
friends do you have?
I think I've broken the system. I don't know. There's Gilsoy. Yes, add you on there. Great to have you aboard, Commander. Is there anyone else in the group? Let's have a quick look in the group. Oh, more people in the group.
Apparently I made too much booze.
That's better. Yes.
Okay. That sounded a bit like Stewie then.
It's quite good when you twiddle your knobs.
Oh dear, dear, dear.
I'll never, ever find my my normal voice again. It's in here somewhere.
Where did I put it? Where did I put it?
You.
Ooh, what have we got?
Oh yeah.
Bugger. I'm going to move back to the questions before this sinks any further into the gutter. Jake Watson, have we encountered any more variants of the Coriolis station as you move out into the other 55 systems? Yes, we've seen quite a few this evening actually. I've been wandering around to various random places, and hopefully people have just caught a glimpse of them. Lots of different variations, and so much more to come. Like we've seen in the newsletter, the outposts are going to be a nice variation on the themes that we've seen so far. Let's try crop harvesters. No, they're in low. Everything's in low supply thanks to that friggin' change on the stock market. That is just so. All those usual things.
Just speculating, if like a group of people, like 100 people, got together to do something cool, blow something up, would that affect the stock market?
You cannot blow up space stations.
Oh,
right,
for
okay.
God's sake. Oh.
Yes, you can. You can arrange to organise. So the way the game
what
works
I mean is organise together and affect the stock market.
Yeah, absolutely. So the whole game operates in a single consistent universe. So everything you do to affect that universe, if you buy 100 tons here and sell it somewhere else, it will have effect on everyone else's game. So that works. What happens when you group up with other players is you just are more likely to bump into the people you're grouping up with. So at the moment I'm in the open group, I can quite happily play with whoever's wandering along in space as I bump into them. But what I can do is I can kind of filter that down and say, actually I only want to play with these 100 people that I know. So what it'll do is it'll populate the universe with 100 people. Oh,
100 people that I know. Yeah.
That's a party.
Names dropping again. Yes, when my pal Braben's on, I can play with him or Brooksy.
Yes, or Mr. Woods. Oh, I absolutely have to say congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Woods. Actually, I have to say that they couldn't make it to GamesCom because they were out getting married. Fancy that. So yeah, so congratulations to them both.
Have you got a remain?
Congratulations to the Woods.
Yeah, we should get a sidewinder with just married sprayed on the back and dragging a couple of cargo
cans floating around,
strewn behind them as it's going along. That's brilliant. There's a Photoshop for the community. Someone go out and do that. That'd be awesome. Ah dear, I've completely lost track of what I was saying.
I was talking about stock
another
market.
question.
Oh, the stock market. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a question on there from Jahan did fool or something. I can't bother to read it. I'm tired.
Jahan the Fool question. Do you know if ship customization is going to reach the levels that were talked about during the Kickstarter? That was more customization than that other game I spent double on than my alpha pledge, but don't play because it bores me.
Excellent.
An answer to was it Sentinel? Sentinel. That'll be it. Can anyone see my messages? No.
Yep.
Oh,
no.
We can. Yeah, we can see this. So yeah, there is a huge amount of ship customization planned. Massive amount. I wish I could talk about it. Some of the things that you saw in the videos for Gamescom actually with the flags. Some people might have noticed that we had the various flags for every country that you can customize paint job wise. So
yeah, I seen that. Sorry, I was going to say, you know that film of you on TV, is that for everyone to see now, or is that not allowed to talk about?
Oh, it's it's public.
I don't know. I'm scared.
Yeah, everyone's kind of aware that I've been posted on all sorts of European sites. It's so bad watching yourself back, I must admit. It's kind of it's cool. It's ultimately cool that I'm showing up on all these game sites, and but it's just really, really embarrassing to listen to yourself.
I love it. It's so cool. I actually googled you.
I'm showing up on Google.
It just needs a trailer, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Just a crowbar in there for. He was a simple commander, flying around in the universe on his own, before he met the Braben.
Done.
Oh no, it was brilliant. It was amazing. But, yeah, all of those videos are up on there, and I was really surprised. I mean, I couldn't find them myself because they were all on like Russian and German, Italian websites and all sort of thing. I just didn't know where to look for them. But yeah, it's.
Did David Braben get married or something?
Yes, he did, and I knew about it back in the summer at E3. But I didn't know whether he wanted to make it publicly known. But it's been broadcast now. Yes, he has recently married.
Peterisk says, did Dave take time off his honeymoon to spend it with you?
I will actually say again.
David got recently married. He's been away in foreign countries with Kerrash.
Oh, sweetie.
Did you marry David?
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? I mean,
I think I need to phone your wife, John. Am I allowed to call you your first name?
Yeah, so everyone knows me now anyway. It's just I can't.
Oh, you just spoiled it. Your name's John.
Oh, you spoiled the illusion. Yeah. But yes, David recently got me mad, and this is the thing. Again, I must say, you know, hats off to all the guys at Frontier. They are pulling out all the stops for us. They really are, because David literally comes straight from his honeymoon to GamesCom, you know, to get back on the ball and start promoting the game again. So, you know, they really are doing everything they can. And there's a nice little section in last week's newsletter, which was like the very, very technically accurate section about the star formation and the galaxy simulation. I think David wrote that himself, actually.
The Starforge article?
Yeah, I think the detail.
Stellar Forge.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the Stellar Forge?
Yeah. So
really interesting stuff. Really, it's just kind of mind-blowing that people can put this much effort into a game.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I didn't realise they went away and simulated kind of the evolution of the galaxy over a long period of time just to see what the starting factors would be, which is what they've effectively done. They've gone away and figured out, you know, what sort of percentage of planets collided with other planets, and how frequently did that occur, and how, you know, how many contact binaries would happen, and what sort of God, the detail, and it was insane. You know, the stuff that's gone into it, and you know, they've done that just to get a baseline. And it was the same for the stock market stuff. You know, a little while back we saw that sneak peek of the Mini Elite kind of mock-up tool, which did some of the trading. It sent out a bunch of fake AI ships to go off and do trading and kind of experiment with trying to make profit. All of that data that came from that was fed into the initial stock market prices we saw when beta was launched, and we saw the trading become available to us. So they've done all of these like simulations of all of these things behind the scenes to get the game set up, and now they've kind of just opened it up to us, and as we're playing around, we're having that effect on our systems now. It's not the not the AI anymore so much as it is us, which is really cool. They've done all of this kind of background homework to get it working. Oh, Joe Crichton there, thank you very much. I will just quickly try and copy that. Bear with me. Thank you for the link there.
He says on that, Phoenix says, is that a YouTube of Crash being scared by pretty German lady? Yes, it is.
she was lovely, actually. Yeah, do you know, I was actually more nervous of having David stood behind me and you know, trying to fly and not screw up. Basically, you know, I was like, it's. You know, it literally was like being given the keys to his car and asking to park it whilst he stands there watching you. It was like, okay, you know, and then the press show up with cameras watching me as well. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna
yeah, but don't make it look difficult.
Yeah. And I think I got through it.
You take some change of underwear.
Plenty, yes. Oh dear. John did yes. DK2.
Can you explain why Abacus has sent a picture of a chicken?
Where was that?
Abacus likes chickens.
Fair enough.
I see it
Is
there.
that
Yeah.
actually him in the suit?
That's what he got up to last night.
Oh god, dear.
I don't know what a plate is. I've got a sound effect like a plate. It's a shame I don't have a mug.
Smashing mug sound effect. You have to get that prepared for.
Plate. It's nothing. It's just a bit of reverb.
So it's just
Bizarre.
different levels of reverb.
Yeah, but there's no kind of, you know.
Scroll down chicken. Okay.
Scroll down. Oh dear. Okay.
Right, I just seen the chicken and got distracted. Sorry. Last time people were sending me pictures of bunnies, and that was it. It's like, oh, that's my brother. Oh.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Which one is that? I kind of. Oh, you distracted me then a second.
No,
I wasn't expecting
Thanks.
the image of me in the newsletter this week actually, because I think they were kind of impressed by me being crazy enough a fan to go out and get a tattoo.
or sad. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, David's face was a picture, and I showed him. It's like, oh, that's really cool. And then Joe was like, oh, it's real. It's like, what, really? I was like, yeah, it's real. It's like, yeah, I'm mad. I'm absolutely mad. I know I am. Mineral extractors. Didn't I just buy mineral extractors? That would be really cool if I have, because I can. Yes, I did. Oh, always check the bulletin board. You might get a good price.
Yeah, I learned that. Don't buy stuff before you check the bulletin board, because you might find a mission that you can then go and buy and get your cargo and then sell it immediately. And I made that mistake, and then you go and clear the room out, go back in. Damn it, the mission's gone.
Yeah, because as soon as you flood the stock market with any commodities, then the mission's like, oh, I've got some on the stock market, I'll go buy them. So I've got them here. I'm going to quickly check. This is 532 credits per unit here. Let's go check, see what they're asking for here. They will give me 800. Unfortunately, I can only give one at a time, which is a pain in the backside. But give, click.
Yeah. Phoenix Defire was at Fantasticon. He was saying that every time somebody won a mug in the raffle, it was scaring the Doctor Who actor.
Mug!
Dude. Sentinel says you should get a tattoo of David's face. It's like the Steve-O face. That'd be so funny.
That would be awkward, wouldn't it?
I love you, Dave.
Oh,
I'm
dear,
sorry.
dear.
I'm so sorry. I won't come on again. Right.
Apparently, Kerrash Elan says UDOC slower than his nan.
I was concentrating on the chat and everything like that. I do hold the record for speed docking. I do. I'd say someone should beat me. There are other players out there which I've seen which are much better pilots than me, and they need to be posting up those response videos. I want to see other people beat that time. 43 seconds.
Right.
Seconds? Oh crap! I thought it was minutes.
Carry on practicing, yeah.
That's me out. Back to the drawing board.
I can't be
The
bothered.
problem is I go alongside the pad and try and reverse it in.
Yeah, it does take some doing.
Crossbow 7 says how many ships can you
At the moment, you can only have one at a time. But I know there is a plan to provide some sort of like hangar system or something like that, so that you can keep a few of them. Yeah, I can tell you that. Yes, and I can tell you that you will be able to fit ships like the Sidewinder inside the Anaconda.
Cool.
Ooh!
Oh,
When, Crash?
Yes,
when?
Yeah, when? If the one's up shitter, if the one's broke, can you just jump in the little and get out?
Yep.
Oh my god!
Never mind that. What happens if you're out there in the middle of space and your pal comes along and you want to do a jump? You go, you just park it.
But that's the great thing about it. You could have the Anaconda with a very, very fast, high classification hyperdrive, which has got a big jump range on it, and you can have a Sidewinder where you've gutted the internals, taken out the hyperdrive engine, and instead use that extra tonnage to fit some really big weaponry in it or something. So you've got a really good fighter for a Sidewinder, you know, very maneuverable and very, very powerful, but you can't hyperjump in it. But you don't need to, because you go out, you kick someone's backside, you jump back in your Anaconda, and then you hyperspace away in that. You know, so there's some really great things you're going to be able to do with that, so... Ah, Bewilderbeast, you've got a ticket on Thursday. Damn.
Pub trip, dude. Pub trip.
Yeah, I suppose, maybe. I could probably work out something. Tweet away when you're in London. I might be able to get there and stay in a hotel or something. We'll figure something out. One way or another, we'll figure something out. The problem is that the tickets for EGX sell out really, really early. So the problem is with now, with, you know, it's too late to do anything. Well, there we go.
Sentinel, if you didn't film it, it didn't happen.
I was just thinking that, Bears.
We did film it, actually. It was at LaveCon. We filmed it. I put it up on my YouTube channel, so it is up there. But yeah, did Commander Hello say he thinks he can beat 43 seconds? Please capture that on video and respond to my video on YouTube.
Crossbow's asking, well, he's saying that he likes to trade. Will it be possible at some point for him to extend and enlarge in his cargo bay?
Yes.
And moving on.
So, yes.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of internal as well as external customization you can do to your ship. So yeah, you will be able to go in and you know, sacrifice.
Can you elaborate on the customization? Or?
Yeah, some of it. I mean, you're going to be able to sacrifice things like I was saying, like make a smaller hyperdrive engine inside your ship and then give yourself a little bit more space and things like that. So you will be able to mix and match to your own variations. The ones that were mentioned in the Kickstarter, where we've got the Cobra, for example, which is kitted out to be Explorer class Cobra, will have that sort of thing where it's got a bigger internal fuel tank and a bigger range and things like that. So it won't have as much cargo space because you've done that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the cockpit disco ball.
Oh, cool.
Well, I have been looking around, and this is there if you want to go look in the files. There is actually some mention of fluffy dice. so I expect those to be around in some, and the people at Frontier, they want it. Well, of course, it's 0G. They would be, you know, to start off. They'd be hanging when you're in gravity in the station, and then yeah, don't go there. And then be flapping around wildly in 0G when you're thrusting around. Yeah.
I want a magic tree.
Boing. John did put, can you paint your hauler pink and put a giant sausage on top?
Whatever floats your boat,
well, there are going to be a large variation of paint jobs, so maybe pink will be there. As for having a giant sausage in game, we might have to wait until modding.
I definitely want the stick figure one. That is epic. I love it.
What, stick figure? Bobblehead?
What? No, the paint job.
Oh, like the wireframe, the black with the wireframe. Yeah, and the wires actually glow. They like neon. So, which is really cool.
That's right. They were saying it was kind of like Tron.
Yes. So it will look really, really cool. I've seen it.
I wonder if you could get your Sidewinder and get the line work for Anaconda on it.
So it's like, yeah, don't shoot me. I look bigger than I am, like a pufferfish. So I think it's brilliant.
Looks, that's an coming in. My God, it's still quite far, but my scanner says it's quite close.
Run away!
That's the ultimate camouflage. Yeah, just pretend to be something you're not.
You could be a fluffy bunny.
But one of the things they did talk about.
I'm sorry, if I was to see a fluffy bunny in space, I think I would shoot first.
No, but it's the killer bunny from Monty Python. It's deadly.
Shall not count to 5.
3 and only 3. That is the Hurley number.
What is your name? What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen sparrow?
African or North European?
I don't know.
Oh dear, dear, dear. So yeah, there's a lot of talk about the things we're going to be able to do with paint jobs and things like that. I think Frontier want to really open it up so we can do things like modify the specularity and modify the damage levels and things like that. So they want to do lots of things like that. Phoenix, will Frontier be at the Manchester Games Expo in October? Unfortunately, I have no idea in the slightest. I am not privy to the events calendar, I'm afraid. I was sat a foot away from it. I could have took a photo, but I am not. I know. Do you know, the worst thing as well is like walking through the office and then you see the wall of concept art. Which is the stuff on there. It's like I felt like it was like the scene out of Indiana Jones where they open the Ark of the Covenant. It was like I thought I should fall to my knees and my eyes are gonna just burn out. You know, it's like I just can't look at that. Just don't. No. You know.
Your eyes are dirty.
Oh, Jacobson is asking, what is it that causes you to sometimes get request denied when docking? Ask Richard Swallow.
I was going to say the docking control have spilt coffee over their crotch and they're a little busy. So, yeah. So I think mostly at the moment it's just kind of a network handshaking glitch. But the real reason, of course, is that the people in space traffic control are just too damn lazy and just messing with you. There we go. We are actually. Sorry, go ahead.
No, this is what they like to do. I just still love this bunnies in space. I can just sort of see them.
John,
Space Bunnies the musical. Bright eyes burning like fire.
Dude,
oh, I gotta get there.
What is the hyperspace velocity of an unladen sidewinder?
Oh, there. What do you mean, Federation or Imperial?
I don't know.
Well, I've just noticed the timer. We've come up to 2 hours on there. I know. This is going to take the rest of the week to encode. I'm going to finish with a little bit of good news. I don't know how much longer it's going to be, but I have actually put in an order for faster broadband. Yes, faster broadband. So hopefully soon, I will be able to stream in glorious 1080p, which would be fantastic. I've been wanting to do that for a while, and it's just taken forever to get my damn ISP to pull their finger out of their backside. But yes, if they're listening, thank you.
Oh, congratulations!
So we'll be doing that.
New Kerrash Landing, faster.
Nice.
1080p. Yeah. So I'll just get that, and then Frontier will be like, "Oh, we can do everything in 4K now. You have to start streaming in 4K."
Yeah, much bigger phone line.
Yeah, multiple of them to do that.
We've seriously been on over 2 hours.
We have been on for 2 hours, so I'll have to call it a day at that point.
I only said I was going to be on for an hour.
But really, it's just too much fun. I really have missed it, and I love chatting to everyone, and it's great to get involved again with the community. So thank you very much for everyone who's joined in tonight, and hopefully next week I will have more news I will be able to give you. As they release more things in the newsletter, I'm saying, yeah, see, yeah, I knew that was coming. So yeah, it's
everyone loves people like that.
I'm sorry.
It just makes people go, yeah, you know what, you're a top bloke. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Shut up, Kerrash.
You bastard. I know. Sorry.
Sentinel says, what does your t-shirt say? Because it's in backwards.
Oh, crikey, I flipped my thing. So it says, I don't often test my source code, but when I do it in production.
Flips his thing.
I flipped. So with that lovely note there, I will call it a day. So thank you very much for watching.
Bye everyone.
Goodbye.
See you in the void.